So I'm going to tell you guys, I've been sitting here for a little bit going, well, why isn't my camera working? Okay, like it's showing me my desktop camera, and I'm not okay with that because it's a horrible, horrible quality. Why, I don't know, and why it switched today, I have no clue. So there's that. I've been sitting here for a little bit going, but it's fixed. So there you have it. You guys, it's been a cold, cold, cold day. Okay, like frigid cold, and I'm over the cold already. I don't know what's happening here, and I don't know if I'm just getting older, and my life just too old to appreciate stuff like that. If it's gonna be that cold, it needs to be snowing, right? So, um, I did some running around today, taking care of some business, looking at a few things, stayed busy, and was gonna sleep in today, and instead I was up early. But I did go to bed earlier last night, so that's great. Um, I'll be going to bed early tonight too. Don't worry. William is on his way to Oklahoma. Yay! Um, it's kind of going to be weird because this is going to be the first time that I'm ever going to be away from him because he's coming in tomorrow and he'll be here till Sunday. I leave Saturday morning to go to my brother's for a birthday party / Christmas get together, something of that nature. But it's going to be weird. We've never done that before. So there's that. Um, yeah. It's just, I'm gonna be honest. I'm quite relaxed today. So I was talking to William on the phone, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I was just watching the wind chime." It's like, oh, I was just watching the wind chime, just blowing the wind, and that's what it did. Um. Okay. So what I kind of want to talk about today is like, what do you do about times where you are trying to help or be there or talk to or confront or just be friends with people that have different views than you? Okay? And what I mean by that is I have a friend and completely different views than me. I mean, completely. Um, won't go into what they are, but how do you get past that? Like, are you one that goes in and opens your mouth and says your thoughts, your feelings, and pushes your way on them? Do you do nothing at all? Do you say nothing at all? When do you say something, if you ever do? Like, what does it take for you to say something? Um, and I ask this because I'm trying to help this client right now. And this client doesn't have a religious background. I'll just put it out there. Doesn't have a religious background. She's wanting some self help information. The best self help information that I've been able to find for her has been religious, and I don't think it's gonna work. So I want her to step out of the box, and I want her to read it, and I want her to take from it the non religious part because there's so much more to it than just the religious part. But that's, I don't know, guys, it's hard. Um, and personally, I don't really, I mean, I know how I feel about things, and that's all that matters. I don't try to push myself on anybody else. And it's one of those things where her thoughts and her beliefs are hers, and mine are mine, and that's why we're not the same person. And that's why we all get the ability to be who we are, right? But how do you counteract those differences? Let's not even look at it just that way. Let's look at it, like in a bigger perspective. Like I'm always positive. People are like, how can you always be so positive? Well, it just happens. I got that good gene. But some people don't have that same capability, and they get negative about it, or they don't understand. Which I get it. I get it. It's different. Or what about those that have different political out views? I don't know who this is. It's not my mama, it's not William, and it's not my kid, so we're good. What about different political outlooks? What do you do with those? Um, and I mean, this is a big topic right now because today, all day long, on Facebook, on news, on everything, January 6th, 1 year ago, blah 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 blah. Now, when I say blah blah blah, it doesn't mean I don't care. No. Doesn't mean I care. No. It means that there's a big conversation going on about what happened a year ago at the White House, right? We all have our differences, we all have our thoughts, we all have our views. However it may be, what do you do if you're talking to somebody and you bring it up and then you find out that they don't have the same view on it? Does it bother you? Or do you just go on? And most people would say, oh, it doesn't bother me, I just go on. Well, that's not always the case, right? We're wise enough to know that a lot of people have opinions about everything, and that if somebody's going to put that information out there and want that discussion, then they're going to go ahead and just reply and give their honest response. Sometimes it's degrading. Sometimes it's very harsh or rude. Sometimes it's not a problem at all. I'm one of those people that I can kindly tell you that no, I don't agree and it's not that way for me. So thanks. Have a great day. You know, I learned that during COVID, to be honest. During COVID, I was able to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm gonna do for my house, my home, my rules. And if you don't like it, alrighty. See you on the flip side, because I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. I had family say stuff to me. I had friends say stuff to me. It was a topic that was very well debated, and much to my dismay, I was surprised by it, going, maybe me and these people aren't the same, you know? Maybe we don't think the same like I thought we did, or maybe the same beliefs and views aren't there, you know? And made me question, sorry guys, whoever called me sent me a message. Realtors, I swear. You try to get information one time, and then you have to block them. Because they want to know everything. And we're done. We're done. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah, I mean, COVID taught me a lot, that I have the right to believe and feel how I want, and that others can feel and believe how they want. Internally, I might cringe and die and just want to inside about some things, but you know what? I don't have to express that to them. I don't have to have that negativity back to them. I don't have to feed into it. I try not to, you know, because it doesn't bring me anything. It doesn't bring me happiness. It doesn't bring me closure. It doesn't mean they're right. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It means that we're different people. And so it starts today, like that's where this is coming from. Because today, like first thing is I have this client asking for information, requesting it be non-religious at all. Oh, okay. But one of the best books that I could get her to read kind of has a religious aspect to it. Now, does it push religion? No. But does it talk about the person that's writing the book? The narrative is religious. Yes. So, I'm going to ask her, hey, this is what I've got and this is what I think. What do you think? And see what she says, because if she's willing, then okay. But then after that call, then I get on Facebook, and that starts that whole debacle about the whole 1 year ago today, and the whole election, and the you know what, all the things. I'm not going to get into that because, again, this channel is not about that. But I see comments that people are making to other people on these feeds from like our news channels. Who cares? Like, if somebody says I don't like it, it doesn't mean you have to be like shoving things down their throat. It doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean that you're right. And as hard as it is, sometimes saying nothing is better than saying something at all. I thought about when I'm thinking about, what do we do to confirm, with people that believe differently, how do we handle that, And I mean, as simple as how you raise your children, how you dress, what you do for your religious, what you do for your voting. What's that called? Like what party you're in, how you treat yourself at the doctor. I mean, just there's so many things that become controversial, and it's just kind of irritating to me at the end of the day because, like, I just think that it's ridiculous that we tell people to treat others like you want to be treated, and yet if somebody came at you that way and tried to discredit your thoughts and feelings and beliefs, what would you do? Like, how would you handle that? What would you bounce back on it? Would you let it go? The COVID thing was a good thing for me, like for the example. I have a very close family member that's every bit against the whole COVID. And it is what it is. That's his feelings and thoughts and beliefs. But it took me complaining about his feelings and thoughts and beliefs to everybody else besides him for me to work through that, right? And so now I'm to the point where he says anything, it just really goes in and out. Like, it's no face to me today. Let's talk about, I mean, I live in Oklahoma. OU versus OSU. Somebody's always got something to say. Like, nobody can support each other. Like, nobody can be like, oh, you like them? Great. I'm glad you do. I like these guys. See you, bye. Nobody can do that. Oh, you think this way? I don't. I think this way. See you, bye. It can't be something little. It can't be easy. It has to be argumented. It has to be fought. It has to be, like, sometimes knocked down, drag out. And I sit today and wonder, like, why? Why do we do that as humans? Why do we automatically get defensive about what we're feeling or thinking, or what we believe, or what we want, or whatever it may be? Why do we do that? Why do we just, you know? Why? Because, I mean, in all reality, when my client told me that this morning, I could have been like, look, lady, maybe you need God in your life. I didn't. That's not for me. You know what? I said, okay, I'll work on that. Because for me, it's more important that she has something that's going to help her versus something that she's not going to read because she's not interested. It's just how it is, people. She's not going to read it if she's not interested. So why would I do that? But it's in everyday life. People that eat vegan, people that eat meat, like there's people that wear fur, people that don't. Like, have you ever just thought, and everything that you do, say, think, believe, or anything is debatable. It's debatable, and it's up for a conversation to the right person. All right? So, William, as we all know, drives truck. And there's no better way to talk about the differences here, but okay, so he drives truck, and on our other channel, he posted a video 4 months ago, okay? 5 months ago. And on this video, it is a dash cam recording of a wreck. No big deal, right? Not at all. Holy Jesus! You should see the debates going on that conversation through that video. All the video content, the comments, just like, huh? What? Why do people have to say stuff like that? You know? And it's all normally about what he had on the radio. And God forbid somebody drive down the road and listen to what they want to. Or maybe, shoot, he was in the middle of a wreck, so couldn't change channels and had to stop changing the channels. They didn't think about that, though. They just assumed that he's been listening to that the whole time, and now he's this, blah, 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 right? And it's freaking funny to me. I'm just like, yep, this is our peers. This is our humanity. These are our people. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. So, with that being said, let me just kind of walk out of this, because on that last thing right there, let me just put this out there. So first and foremost, I don't know if I've mentioned, but we do have other channels. And with that being said, I've not really ever had any negative comments on anything, okay? And so when these comments started coming in, talk about biting tongue. And dear gracious William, he's just like, just let it go. Just let it go. It's a no big deal. It's not a thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just don't let it go. Like, and I'm just like, okay, you know, so finally after a few days, now I'm just, we'll get a new comment and I'll just start laughing. And I'm just like, okay, let it go. You know, let it go. Let it go. Yeah, I mean, like, really just let it go. So, what I want you to take away from this is, we don't all have a William that will tell you, hey, don't worry about it. But we do have ourselves to hold accountable, right? So if something's going on out in society, you know, whether it's in real life, online, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know, phone calls, what are those? Telehealth visits, whatever it may be. If any of this is occurring, what I'm going to ask that you do is that you play a William. You know, tell yourself it's irrelevant. It's their thoughts and feelings. It's okay. Like, let it go. Okay? Because there's sometimes in life that you just need to let people be who they are, want what they want, like what they like, and just, if you don't have to be besties with them, but you don't have to be hateful to them, right? I won't even post. Like, there was a post today about somebody looking for some recommendations for something that I know. Like, I know it because I just experienced this with William not too long ago, but I couldn't even post it to Facebook as a reply, even though it was very much 100% right, because I didn't want to start a debate. I didn't want somebody to have something to say about what I said, so I just said nothing at all. Matter of fact, I did say something, and then I went back and deleted it. And it wasn't even bad, you know? It was just giving a recommendation. And it's sad because I think like that now. I try, like, go to my Facebook. I very, very rarely post because there's no need, really. My thoughts and my feelings really don't need to stay on my social medias. Now, if there's a photo or something comes about, sure, I'll post. If there's something that I truly like, sure, I'll post. If somebody says something in regards to not liking it, okay, you know? So, be a person that can just learn to let that stuff go. I'm not saying you have to be besties with them. I'm just saying that if it does not kill you, if it's not harmful, if it's, you know, nothing that pertains to affecting your life, just let it go. If I say I eat hot dogs and you hate hot dogs, let it go. You know, just, we learned that as little kids, treat people as you want to treat it, as you want others to treat us. And so let's just kind of date back to that and think about what we can do differently. But for now, I'm going to go because that's my mom calling. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.